Tem cheiro de mato, tem gosto de coque, tem samba nas veias, tem balanganda. Tem a pele morena e o corpo febril dentro do peito, amor do Brasil. Tem cheiro de mato, tem gosto de coque, tem samba nas veias, tem balanganda. Tem a pele morena e o corpo febril dentro do peito, amor do Brasil. Cantei em São Paulo, cantei no Pará, tomei chimarrão e comi vatapá. Eu sou brasileira, meu todo revela que a minha bandeira é verde e amarela. Cantei em São Paulo, cantei no Pará, tomei chimarrão e comi vatapá. Eu sou brasileira, meu todo revela que a minha bandeira é verde e amarela. Tem cheiro de mato, tem gosto de coque, tem samba nas veias, tem balanganda. Tem a pele morena e o corpo febril dentro do peito, amor do Brasil. Eu digo que tenho muamba, que tenho no corpo um cheiro de samba. Só falta pra mim um moreno fagueiro, que seja do samba e bom brasileiro. E eu digo que tenho muamba, que tenho no corpo um cheiro de samba. Só falta pra mim um moreno fagueiro, que seja do samba e bom brasileiro. Tem cheiro de mato, tem gosto de coque, tem samba nas veias, tem balanganda. Tem a pele morena e o corpo febril dentro do peito, amor do Brasil.
Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is doing the singing? North America's South American favorite, Carmen Miranda, no other. Carmen.
Yes?
Carmen, for the benefit of our listeners up north who may be trying to dance to this,
Yeah?
may I tell them to relax a little bit and just sort of bounce from the knees?
Ah, please do,
I
Orson,
will.
and tell them to
Relax
enjoy
a little
themselves.
bit. I'll
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
You know, Orson,
Yes, I know.
why don't you sing just a little bit of samba with me?
Carmen,
Sure!
no.
You
Carmen,
know.
I can't sing, no.
Look. You just come from Rio,
No,
and
no,
you
I
try.
can't,
I teach you,
no,
I
no,
teach you, I
please,
teach you,
no.
I
No,
teach
please.
you, I
All right,
teach you.
all right.
Ah,
No tabalero da Baiana tem. Oh, escandaloso.
yeah, again.
Não, conversa. Outra vez.
Outra vez.
No tabalero da Baiana tem.
Vatapá, oi, caruru, gonza, oi, tem bom, maiô.
Se eu pedir, você me dá o seu coração, meu amor, de aiá. Me dá.
E no coração da baiana tem o quê?
Sedução, oi, cantarei, ilusão, oi, contemplei pra você. Salve You know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot more to samba. As I've just found out, there's a lot more to samba than meets the virgin ear. There's good reason why our bands can't seem to play it right up north. Samba has its own instruments, for one thing. Now, I've got a full complement of really top samba players here at the microphone, and they're going to help us now to investigate the anatomy of samba. We're going to see, if you'll excuse me, what makes samba run. Now, I'm no authority, but plenty of authorities are standing by. What you hear now, for instance, sounds like a drum, doesn't it? Well, it looks like a drum. Must have some special name, though, probably unpronounceable.
Surdo.
Surdo.
Yes.
Well, that's not so hard, Carmen. Looks African.
It is.
Surdo, I might explain, is a rather long, rather narrow drum that tapers down at either end.
This is the first tambourine.
Tambourine.
Yes, correct.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the tambourine is not a tambourine. As you can hear, it has no little jangling metal discs. It's square, for one thing, rather small, very crude looking. It's just a rough frame with some kind of hide.
Cat skin.
Cat skin. There's some skin, Jack. Stretched over one side, yes, cat skin. The player beats it with a small stick. The name of the stick doesn't matter. It's just a stick.
This is the second tambourine.
Ladies and gentlemen, tambourine number 2.
And this is important. The second plays a different rhythm from the first.
I was noticing that, currency. Very complicated, too.
It is too complicated?
We'll get used to it.
Well, the next is the pandero.
Pandero. Pandero?
Yes, something wrong, Senor Welles?
Well, no, Pandero. I was just confused for a minute. It's all right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this instrument, oddly enough, is exactly like our tambourine.
Well, that's the way things are.
Yes, you're quite right. I ought to say that the pandero, is played with the bare hands, one shaking it, the other beating the rhythm.
Now we shall go on, yes? This is the reco.
Reco.
Yes?
Why is it called the reco?
Well, because it's the sound it makes it.
Because it's the sound it makes. That's a
Yeah.
very good reason. The reco is a long block of hard wood with notches in it, and the sound is made by scratching another piece of wood over the notches.
You want to say more about the reco?
No, that about covers it.
All right, now you hear the ganza.
Ganza. The ganza is a longish metal cylinder filled with pebbles or beads or teeth or something. The gentleman here handles it with all the flair of a bartender shaking a cocktail shaker.
Now we hear the cuica.
What's that, Carmen?
Cuica.
The cuica.
Cuica.
Well, this weird sound comes from a drum. However, as you notice, it isn't beaten like a drum. One end is open, and attached to the inside of the hide is a rod. When you yank it back and forth, that's what you hear. There you have it. Rhythm of the samba. To us neighbors, it doesn't sound easy, and it doesn't look easy. But Brazilian babies can beat out samba rhythm before they can talk. And they can dance to the samba rhythm before they can walk. At least that's what I was told, and I believe it. They say here in Rio, that the samba is the soul of Brazil. This is a very popular saying, and like many popular sayings, it can be misconstrued. It might lead us to believe, for instance, that Brazilians think seriously of nothing but dancing and singing. This isn't true, as any Brazilian will tell you.
That's right, Orson. It is true. Brazil is a big country, a very big country.
Indeed it is, and a wonderful one.
I like it very much, and every Brazilian likes it very much.
I've noticed that, Carmen. Some like the sertões of the north, some like the cattle plains of the south, some like the port cities along the coast, some like the jungles in the interior. But all Brazilians like Brazil, as you say, Carmen, very much. Thanks, and excuse me, everybody. I've got to get out of the airport. For now, I'd like to thank the fine Brazilian musicians who brought us their authentic music on tonight's broadcast. And as for Carmen Miranda, well, Carmencita, here's a big abrazo.
Thank you very much, Orson. Até loguinho.
Hasta logo, Carmen. Hasta loguinho. Hasta logo, todo mundo. Good night, Americans.
This program is a presentation of the Columbia Broadcasting System.